There we go. Hey, everybody. It is Thursday. It's from the Bears where we talk about everything that happens with Big House Milsim. I am Joker where Players Wanted. With me is the man with the high mohawk, the king of the high kappas, Virtue from Sinistar Customs. So we have some pretty big announcements to talk about at Geigerlands tonight. So definitely stick with us. We have a lot of cool stuff. Oh, that didn't work. There we go. We're going to talk about a lot of cool things. um, that's going on with the event. We're going to talk a little bit about Scorched Earth, some upcoming things where you guys can come see us. So first and foremost, thank you all for being on, um, joining us tonight. What's up, Josh? How you doing, brother? It's been a while since we've seen you on. Um, all right, so first and foremost, a lot of people have asked questions about Geigerlands, and they express with us a lot of concern about the fact of the current economy and everything else. So with that being with that, some people said, "Look, I want to come, but I don't want to come for the entire weekend. I only want to come for one day." What's Tubbs? So we took all this into consideration. We took a lot of recommendations, a lot of requests, and everything else, and we decided that we are going to open up some day passes for tickets. All right, so the passes only include um, either Saturday or Sunday. You can get both, but it includes no camping. You can't be on the field after 10 o'clock at night, so we'll be doing wristband checks and everything else like that. So you can partake in the day activities, and then that's pretty much it. Any raffles that we have, you'd also be allowed to be a part of them as well. So and those things come with a lower cost. So for a Saturday ticket, it's $50. For a Sunday ticket, it's $40. If you want to get both day passes, in other words, you have no desire to stay out on the field at all after the main pew pew session, um, you can get both for 70. Now, if you come out to the field and you decide, hey, can we upgrade? Yes, that is definitely a possibility to upgrade where you guys can camp and everything else. Now, these day passes do not include anything for Friday night, like no registration, no nothing. In fact, you show up Friday and you want to partake, you're going to have to pay whatever the difference is, for those tickets. Um, the team has came down to a decision like, hey, we really want you guys to be out there. It's the first event. We really want a lot of people out there to have a great time and everything else. And I think this is the way, or at least we thought this is the way that we can make that happen. What do you think about that, Sin?
I mean, it's a good opportunity to come out, save a couple of bucks. Also, if you got those friends that are on the fence about whether or not this is an event they want to come to, there's a chance to come out for a day so we can get them addicted so that next year they buy a weekend pass. It's a gateway drug. The first one is slightly cheaper.
Don't say that. Give me 1 second.
But obviously, it was the best solution we could come up with between people not sure if they like this style of play or if they want to come to this type of event, people that just can't afford to because of gas prices, and there's people that really apparently are terrified of camping on a Haunted AO. I'm not calling you out or anything. I'm just saying.
I look. I'm going to stay my happy ass outside the wire. Okay.
But it's always the best compromise we could think of. So it's a heck of an opportunity.
And just in case you guys were looking to figure out where to go to get your tickets, here's the link to go directly to.
Don't encourage that, Tubbs. Don't.
Look, I realized before the stream was going, I was out of uniform. I was wearing a t-shirt, and I was like, "Oh no, I need to go run." And I realized that all my Hawaiian shirts are in the wash right now. So I ran and grabbed this shirt out of the reserve batch. I'm not a fan of playing in this because it's really neoprene. It feels a lot like microfiber, like real neoprene. It just
It looks like you screwed up your shirt wash. Like you had all your Hawaiian shirts in like one wash, and something just went wrong.
I think my mother gave me this shirt, so at least she'll be able to see that I actually wore the shirt. Make her feel happy about me using the shirt and all that. Um, so yeah.
Well, not if she
Paul,
watches the stream because I'm going to tear it apart all day.
hey, look,
I'm throwing shade.
Look, Diggs loves the shirt. Or Captain Tubbs is digging the shirt. Diggs. God, man, it's one of those days, guys. It's
Yeah,
one of
dude.
those days. So it's one of those it's one of those days. So sure, I threw the shirt on. All right, Paul, what'd you miss? We actually just announced that we have day passes for Geigerlands for Saturday and for Sunday for both days at a reduced rate. So if you guys really want to come out, or even if you're local to the area where you don't mind driving, you want more Thin Mints, Joker. When does Joker never want Thin Mints? I mean, fat man's got to eat, right? So, and I'm pretty sure that's one.
He
One
just
of the
asked him
things.
if he wanted more air, like Thin Mints.
So, if you want, guys, you can check out. I was going to throw that across the bottom, that nice little ticker, there. You could obviously go to obhmilsim.com. That'll take you directly to the tickets where you guys can purchase them. We are 35 days away from this event. And honestly, we need more people to, buy tickets. I know quite a few of you have been waiting uncertain about it. Hopefully this helps spur more ticket sales, so we can really put on a really awesome event for you guys. I think the last time I saw there was like over 200 people that said that they're going to the event. That is not reflected in ticket numbers.
Yeah. Don't wait till your last minute to get your tickets. Don't be that guy that's like, I'll just pay when I get there. Because the sooner you get your ticket and the more of you that get your tickets ahead of time, the more stuff we can add to the event.
Or the possibility of the event not going off. I mean, look, we never want to have that discussion with our fans or anything else like that, especially somebody coming out to an event like this. But there's costs that are associated with going, and we just can't go deep into the red to do it. So if you guys have been waiting, looking for a different option for tickets, here's your chance to now get some discount to ticket at a really awesome AO. I mean, we cannot understate how awesome this location is. There, and the majority of the map, I'll pull it up so we can have it ready. The majority of maps in play, the majority of things that you guys can interact with or do or in play. There's obviously a couple buildings we can't go into anymore. Come on, why is this being difficult? There we go. So let's go ahead and throw up the trusty map, shall we? Blow that big bad boy up.
Chris Santana, did you check if you hit me?
No, I haven't checked yet. I've been going through and trying to do some. I've been trying to go through and do some stuff between yesterday and today. I will show you something really funny, Chris. I got to wait for it to finish loading. If you're paying attention.
Yeah, Paul, we do have a few clips of the interior of people playing and stuff. The problem is certain buildings where there's no point in trying to record because you're either getting a flashlight in your camera or it's pitch black.
So, this really does not do it justice. Actually, I'm going to pull up Paul's picture. He's got a really good one up there. As soon as I find it.
You can do it. I have faith in you. Just not that shirt.
Oh, that just came out ugly when I blew it up that way. All right. So, even this picture doesn't do it justice,
Well, it's missing everything down the hill.
Yeah. I mean, there's more stuff down here. So this big building right here, that's right in front of you, is out of play. These ones over here are out of play. That's the chapel. That's out of play. But this big building right here is in play. That building's in play. That building is technically in play. That's where the asylum is going to be doing their stuff at. That's E Block. That's where the casino and the
this picture actually does it now that I'm looking at it, because you've got buildings all the way over to the left that aren't in the shot. There's buildings.
Yeah, it's still a pretty big shot. I mean,
yeah, It's a pretty
You're
big
looking
shot.
at,
It's not enough to take everything in. That's what she
and
said.
that just gives you guys the emphasis on this location. It really is kind of it's just kind of awesome the way that this is all set up and all that.
Hey,
Um,
J Rod. Welcome to the
all
party, pal. Man, now I want somebody to show up as John McClane.
right. So the big news, Jay, is we just announced that we have day passes available for tickets. Um, so going back I'm going to get back over to the aerial view here. Um, Virtue. I got a black light and fog machine for the party. um, so let's go going over all this. I mean, I think it's over what 50 some odd acres interior, 35.
Interior, I want to say it was 55 acres. It's a weird number because of the shape. It's like 55 point something. There's a lot of space. So to give you guys an idea, that photo only encompassed 1, 4, 26. Wow. Yeah. So that photo is less than half. The other photo was less than half of the play area.
Yeah. So we're going to go over some of the buildings that you're not allowed in here, but I'm getting blown up with messages, so I'm going to respond to some of them.
Yeah, I muted everything. My first
30.
call
It's
of the day
34
made me
acres
actually-
and 20 buildings. Josh is on point there.
Come
What's going on? All right. So the buildings that are officially out of play for this one are going to be. Most of you all should know this from past events, but 3 G and H right here out of play. 1's out of play. The last building in last little bay in 9's out of play, and Bravo is out of play. So you guys can play in everything else. Well, F is also going to be, like I said, the asylums. That's the asylums green room, so to speak. Um, so you guys can camp out in everything except for Alpha and Charlie. So you can camp out in the rest of them. Now, we're going to make some other announcements coming soon about some of the stuff that we're going to be doing out there. But a lot of people don't realize that you can create your own homestead or your own faction with 10 or more players. That gives you guys the ability, if you guys can get 10 people together, with the exception of Delta and Echo, those are predetermined built. Delta, Echo, and Foxtrot, those 3 buildings are predetermined that nobody can take. So if you get a team of 10 people that have all paid their tickets and everything else, you could become the leader of your homestead, and you can pick a section that say, I want that building, and that will be your building. Now, if you want to do A, you can do A, but you're going to better bring some tents and have tents set up outside of A because you won't be able to sleep inside of them. Same thing with C. If you want to, you can always camp out. Is Amped Airsoft the gun runners? I believe so. Amped Airsoft will be out there. There'll be the air, and they'll also bring a bunch of stuff to sell. Let's see here.
As far as actually gameplay, I do know they're planning something in character. I don't know what. I just received giggles when I asked.
Hold on a second.
Yeah, today is a day of answering phone calls, man. The first message I got today made me change my actual policy on my contract for custom builds, which states if you now tell me your friend worked on it first, my price goes up.
All right. Fallout 4 reference. Yeah, that's one of the things I got to replay Fallout 4. I mean, I've forgotten so much about the games that I just have to go back in and redo those. Guys, you also like K is a really cool building that if a homestead wants to take out there. So if you have people that are waiting or on the fence, tell them to go to Geigerlands and get their tickets. All right, I got to go into the Smurf's not here to tell us where everybody's coming from. So, let's see here. I just got to see where the chat's coming at. I believe it's probably going to be at the Geigerlands community. Well, actually, I probably see it this way.
Jay, I used to play through the games all the time. Lately, I'm playing a zombie game because some of my friends got me started on it.
No, Tubbs. Amped is coming. They're bringing the games. They're setting their trailer up on the AO. They're going to probably be somewhere down
No,
in
that's
this
not what
area.
he's talking about. He's trying to figure out. He's with me. He wants to know what their plan is.
Oh, okay. COD zombies. Yeah, we play COZ. Well, let me rephrase. Buck and I play. Sin just lays there prone.
Yeah, pretty much. I just started because I was playing Vanguard Zombies, which apparently is the inferior zombies game. They won't let me live down.
Let's see here.
Yeah, Tubbs. I'm in their store like at least twice a week getting parts for stuff. So
Let me get to the
I'm
guy.
excited. They're going to be there. Jackal Tactical's going to be there.
Oh, so Alexander. That was Alexander Cole that said, "Sup, dudes." Scott Watts, what's up? I'm just gonna bring that up there.
Chris
And also,
Santana, context is needed in that sentence.
well, Chris was playing airsoft with us last night,
Okay.
so we were having a blast. He was unfortunately on the other side, and um, let's just say Chris ran in some brick walls in the form of my team. Um, so, but Chris, at least it wasn't as bad as I'm gonna play two videos here. So this is incoming. Like I don't know what the hell happened here, but this is weird. Don't know what was up with the waddle, why the guy was walking that way. That was funny. And then this one was classic.
Just the tip.
Uh, double tap, double tap.
My whole team was cheating. It was Miami, dude.
Well, I mean, there was definitely some guys that had some issues and all that. We were definitely putting up some video and a video on some of it, and it was a really interesting day of airsoft to say the least. Um, last night, 3,400 eliminations. Oh, and zombies. Okay. Um, so back to Geigerlands. Again, if you guys missed the early announcement, if you guys are just joining in or joining in late, if you've been waiting because you did not want to spend an entire weekend at the prison or you didn't want to spend the full amount, you just want to go for a day. Say you can't get off Sunday, but you can get off Saturday. We now have day passes available for Geigerlands. $50 for Saturday, $40 for Sunday, or $70 for both days. Um, that does not include camping or the the night festivities. So if you guys were looking to come to this event, but you do not want to waste money on days you're not going to be there, now you can. You can save some money, come out if you're concerned about the economy and everything else. I mean, I don't know about where you guys are at, but gas is finally below $4 a gallon where I'm at. Hopefully within the next couple of weeks it'll be down. Let's hope and pray it's down below $3 a gallon. So that releases us for a whole bunch of stuff. So, um, yeah. What are you guys? I mean, that's like one of the key things of we try to help out our community here as much as possible, and to have you guys have a really positive, awesome experience at this location. Um, I'll to appease some people, I'll throw up some video I have from Geigerlands. Just give me a second to free up some space, I guess, on our server here. Uh, the hell? Uh, oh wait, I'm still sharing the screen. I'll toss that over here. Uh, So if you guys have any questions at all, feel free to ask. I mean, that's one of the reasons why we're here. We want to talk about some of the cool stuff. Um, I will throw the JTF mission up, see if it'll actually load this time. Okay. All right. Looks like it's uploading. Cool. So let's get some other syndicate stuff from earlier. One of the questions was if we're going to be doing anything inside of the anything inside of the tunnel. Uh, the short answer to that is yes. There will be some stuff inside the tunnel. Um, the it's going to be the tunnel is going to be pretty much towards the end of the game. You're going to have to fight through some pretty heavily equipped. Uh, uh,
Individuals.
say individuals. I want to say it's asylumed. So you're going to have some power armor and everything else because you have to get down to the very end of the tunnel to be inside that vault. So you have to fight through all of it, which is going to be a hell of a hard thing to do because these guys are pretty intense. Now, I don't have. Let me just check if I have anything from lockdown clipped. I don't think I do. Uh, I don't. All right, I'll get some more stuff clipped up about fighting inside the buildings. I thought I had it all clipped. I don't know what happened to it. So you guys can see the buildings themselves are pretty awesome. So um, people have asked, what is it? What do you sort of expect or coming out of this event? What are some of the things that you can do uh, for this? There's going to be a lot of bartering. There's going to be a lot of things going around. There's going to be bounties that are put on people's heads and everything else that that you guys can go through and do. Potted meat for all my brothers and sisters. Is this is just payday? This is just payday too. Everyone should hit the like button. Everybody should hit the like button. If you guys haven't done so already, smash that like button. Um, Smash the subscribe button if you guys haven't already subscribed and follow us. But when it comes down to Geigerlands, we're trying to put on something that is so unique that we wanted to make sure that it goes off without a hitch. We want to make sure that the first of this series, it's sort of like when we did the Syndicate series, right? We had stuff that we learned that happened during lockdown that we wanted to make sure did not happen for future events, and then we put on a really awesome series, and we had record numbers for us for the second for Syndicate 2. Um, so, I mean, when we made the polls out there to seeing how many people were really interested in doing an event like this, there was an overwhelming amount of people that said, "Yes, we really want to do this, and we want to be able to put it on." So, if some of you guys are waiting for paydays and everything else, I can definitely get that. But we really need people to start getting tickets so that way we can have an event. I mean, we have only a certain amount of time before we can get patches. Um, Actually, I think there's two legendary power armors, and if I remember correctly, it was like 6 or 7 people that were showing up in power armor. So there was quite a few people that have some power armor going through. Um, this is a free for all event, so it doesn't mean that you can't form alliances, you can't form partnerships and everything else. But for the most part, this is a free for all event, so you don't have to worry about wearing a specific type of camo or color. Um, Wear stuff that's tattered, old, and everything else, given that post-apocalyptic look. Um, it really is going to be unique. Um, so, does anybody have any questions about Geigerlands right now? Let's start from there. So, if anybody has any questions, feel free to ask. Um, Sin, let's see here. What? How many do you have signed on to your faction so far?
I don't actually have a legit head count. Because certain people keep changing their names. I've got about 30 to 35 people that are saying they're buying tickets and are guaranteeing that they're coming. I don't know how many of them actually are.
Well, I could tell you right now that's not reflected in the tickets. Right now, we have 62 tickets sold,
Yeah.
and there's no way that all 35 are yours.
Yeah,
So
I know. I mean, I wish, because it'd be like, Syndicate 2 all over again. But no, there's tons of people telling me they're coming. They're guaranteed. They're like, yeah, no, we'll be there. I'm waiting on one thing or another to grab their ticket. Or there's a myriad of reasons, but they insist they're coming. So
yeah, well, the insistence it needs to translate into people actually, grabbing a ticket. Guys, it really if we have a better accurate head count of who's coming, that means more props. Like I have one of the props right here. Ugh. Super mutant juice.
I mean, I
What's up,
spent money to
Garcia?
get pretty for this event, and I would love to be able to wear my new clothes that aren't green.
Or tan. Super mutant juice. I still can't wait to get like I need to get some like little glow sticks and stuff to put in here, like the tape to the back of it. Oh, what's up, Garcia? How you doing,
should
brother?
call it Smash.
Smash.
Mm-hmm.
Super mutant.
No, man, Hulk Smash. It's green.
Oh,
Come on.
Smash. Yeah, Paul. We need to bring more Florida boys up too. That road trip. Yeah, it's long, but it's also a hell of a lot of fun. I mean, not for nothing, but it's a hell of a lot of fun. Nah, not Smash. I'm having fun making these though. Nothing like reusing my son's old saline bags.
Recycle, reuse, repeat. Necromancy's the key to life.
Hell yeah. It was really funny because Ange and I were staying in Virginia, then wee hours to Cresson. Yeah, that's pretty much the path I take too. Sometimes I'll stay in North Carolina, but yeah, I can go up and grab people along. Like I'd go up and hit it along the way.
We need to just get the battle bus set up so you can like do pickups like a metro system along the way.
That would still cost way too much, really. You should probably get your kidneys checked. That's the color of your pee. It's a saline bag. It's not a Foley bag, there, sir.
Yeah. Also, if that's the color of his pee, just don't judge him, man. He could have had a crazy night. You see that shirt he's wearing?
Yeah, Tubbs. It's one of those things that if you've been to Rev, you'll probably love this event. If you like Rev, you're probably going to love this event. It's a free flowing event. People get to do anything. There'll be NPCs walking around that give quests and everything else for caps and all that. We have big plans for this to where people could be rewarded for completing quests, but we need a certain number of player count in order to happen. When we hit 300 players, that's when more of the goodies start rolling out the players. Stu.
I swear, Stu sits at home all day just making a list of good burns just so he can reference them during the show.
I know, right? He's he's been slacking a little bit lately. So I think what happened was when we went from one show a week to 3 shows a week, he's like, crap, I need more material. Let's see. Did it finish uploading? It did. All right, guys. So this is going to give you a part of this is more for Scorched Earth when we do the JTF missions. So we're going to talk about Scorched Earth in the second half of the show tonight because we're going to talk a little bit more about that, about the story, about the presumed storyline and what's going to go on with that. But this is the JTF mission that they do. So this gives you a pretty good look at inside of Building 5 and some of the antics that we get up to.
in. Let's go. Clear it out. Clear the threshold. Go.
Skywalker, Ramsey's down! Hey, someone's back like this.
Yo, we got IHGT up here. Let's go.
You got it? Got it.
Let's hold here. We got too many hallways ahead. Secure his ass before we move.
Copy that. Somebody disarm him.
He was yelling about.
Fuck all of you! Fuck these pieces of shit! Fuck him up!
Hey, get him secured. Sit down. Get down, you fake turtle.
Fuck! Come on!
Get his thing. Get the fucking cuffs on him. Cuffs. Get some cuffs on him.
Get those some real
Look, watch this hallway. Watch these doors. Don't look from here. Get cuffs on him.
Fuck you, Joe!
Get him cuffed. Get him
No.
cuffed if you need to.
No! No! Oh, we don't do this hard way. No! No! Fuck you, you piece of shit! Fuck you!
Language.
That's it.
All right, hey, he was yelling about something when we got in here.
Fuck
Find out what the
you.
fuck he was yelling about.
Fuck you! Oh. Alright, you secure.
Fucking don't like this.
Oh.
Find out what the fuck he was yelling about. We're stuck in a corner waiting.
You don't start talking about pull
Someone
out
watch
the
our
next
six. Oh, we got Rex back
Oh,
here.
fuck
Rex,
you, man.
is there any
What sucks is that we can't pause that like while it's playing on the big that's mostly like not lagged or whatever. Because it would be great just to pause and like go through and to say demonetized.
I had my finger over the censored button, and I was like, "Yeah, there's no point." It would just be a long bleep.
Yeah. So that's the JTF mission that we do for like Scorched Earth and everything else. But that gives you an idea of just the inside of like building 5. That's the main entrance inside of the thing that you go in from the side. Paul just got turned on by a little bit. Battle Bus Airbnb. I mean, the Battle Bus is going to be out there. I mean, it's going to be one of the features that is stationary out on the field for people to interact with. There are going to be ammo stations and everything else. So we really want to make sure that this event has a lot of positive stuff that you guys can experience when it comes to Geigerlands. Again, the main goal behind is to put on a really awesome, unique event that you just don't see a whole lot of. So I'm going to be out there going around. You have the Rad Storm. That's going to be a mass casualty event at the end of Saturday and Sunday. In my defense, I aimed at his legs and he ducked. Jay, for some reason, I just don't believe that, my friend.
It doesn't even make sense. If you're aiming at his legs, he didn't duck; he fell. He went from, like, their legs to their face. Like, he's either a limbo expert or you shot him in the face.
Or he's used to going to his knees. I don't know.
Hmm.
You need to know about the brisket. Well, I need to know about the brisket, so I need more people to get tickets. There's a really good possibility, guys. If we sell 200 tickets, that there'll definitely be brisket that's out there. I'll smoke brisket for everybody. So there's your goal. That your goal for coming out and getting stuff done is, if you guys want brisket, you guys can get brisket. If you please stop using brisket as firewood. Hey, look, what I just know is that Mastercraft has been calling and trying to apologize for what happened. That brisket was amazing. Yeah, see, Chris has actually had a good brisket. Thank you, sir.
It's a meme, and I know it's your brisket incident because of the video clip using the meme, and it says this is why pyro is not allowed on the field.
Wait, where's that meme at?
Somebody posted it in my meme group that I can't say on the channel.
On yours?
Yeah, one of the guys made it.
Oh, I swear to God, I'm gonna punch somebody.
That was hilarious. It's in there. It's after you posted the photo. Somebody just captioned around it, this is why pyro is not allowed on the field.
So that is actually a very valid thing of one thing that's I guess Tubbs needs brings it buy tickets now. I've only heard about it by ways of legend. Well, Paul, that just means you have to come down. Like, I mean, that's all that means is you just have to come down for some lovely brisket sometime. Like at Pew Pew at Sea, because we're going to be raiding. We'll be raiding Miami Airsoft. So I guess what I could do is always start up a brisket for Thursday night. So by the time we're done playing, everybody congregates back at the house as we get ready for the thing, and all of a sudden, boom, brisket before we go on a ship. So worst case scenario, if you're not at Geigerlands, then maybe you're at Scorched Earth. If you're not at Scorched Earth, or if you don't go to Scorched Earth, I will not have one at. I don't think I will have one at Sirius Viking. That's right, Paul. You're right on point there. See, look, there's a reason to come down and experience our method of play down in Miami. Speed soft brisket, yum.
Pick one of those.
I know, right? You got to. I know you're going to be running away from the winter as soon as you possibly can. So
there's actually a slight chance I'll be broadcasting from the Dominican Republic.
Nice. What event's that?
We'll talk after stream. I'm literally not allowed to talk about it yet.
It's gonna be as my vacation time. Let's see here. There's no apologies for that word. Jay, you know what? I'm just gonna say it this way, brother. You've now been banned from brisket. Look, shit happens. Happened the wrong way, but it happens. I actually got a new pellet smoker I'm getting in the next couple of days or so. So I'm happy about that.
Instead of a napalm machine.
Dude, I don't know what happened with that, man. It was just... So speaking of food and Geigerlands, your food truck will be on there on site.
Yes.
It's going to be over by Building Echo down in the baseball area. That trailer will be set up. That's also going to be set up as a safe zone. And no, they won't be accepting caps as payment. Sorry.
No.
You must have old world money. In fact, all the vendors that are going to be out there. So right now we have On To Go Surplus, we have Amped Airsoft, we have Jackal Tactical are all going to be out on the field selling stuff. Now, inside of Building 2, we'll have our own stuff that we're going to be like OPH stuff that we'll be selling. So if you guys missed out on a syndicate shirt, we'll have those for sale.
You almost did a cartel shirt.
Well, we have cartel shirts. We do have cartel shirts. We also have DEA shirts. So we'll have those. We'll also have some other little goodies and patches and stuff like that to sell. So, yeah, you guys are going to see a lot more stuff from us about this. So if there's definitely any questions you have about the game, let us know. Curious about something. Let's see. All right, nope, we're still alive. So for some reason, after a certain period of time, it jumped off. So again, let's talk a little bit about the homestead thing. If you guys want to take control over a region, like a building, for example, you need 10 plus people to do it. And that could be considered your building, right? So you could build your own little mini factions. As the factions I know of off the top of my head right now, There is the Sunshine Band Merchant Caravan, which is the good aligned faction. You have the Asylum, which is very, very bad. Very, very evil. We have the Sons of Adam, which I'm not sure what faction they are, but the picture that you guys saw was one of the Sons of Adam's power armor. Then we have whatever you're calling your crew there, Virtue.
I'm actually gonna let the people that are running the actual workers there. It's we worked this all out, and my brain just blanked on half of it. The Street Samurais are the ones that are going to be running it, and the whole theme is we're kind of like the Yakuza.
Street Samurais. All right, so there you have plenty of other people that you could do to build up the factions. They are food for the Asylum.
Yeah, we're spicy though.
Spicy meat. More meat. Go ahead.
But yeah, so that's the main core. Then anybody else that shows up is kind of doing their own gangland style themes. We're trying to monopolize the new economy is our goal. There's now a currency out, and we need it all.
Yeah, it's going to be caps. Society should mash.
Wow. No, but if it's not a group, it's about to be.
Oh no, we got it. If anybody ever comes to like Comic Cons where I'm selling games and all that, and I start talking about the greater debate, it's actually how I explain greater debate, so I don't have to explain that to Grandma. Do you have any photos of outfits that may be coming? Why, yes, we do. If you guys haven't had a chance to check it out yet, you guys really should go to the Geigerlands community page. Let's see here. So I'm going to be sharing the screen here. Actually, let me share the page first. How about that? Here's the group that you guys can join if you want to be part of the Geigerlands community. But here's some of the pictures that for some of the stuff that's coming out. I mean, it looks really badass. Of course, the one that's there, that's another awesome one. That's somebody put a lot of time inside their kit.
Yeah, it's nuts.
There we go. Mr. Rodriguez. I can't wait to see this helmet finished.
Oh, it's gonna be nuts. I need to learn how to do the epoxy putty sculptor's clay or whatever it's called.
There we go. That was one of the ones I was looking for. Freaking Paladin. So there's some of the... stop it. Why is shit opening up? There we go. That one's also kind of cool. You know, we're paying attention, Sin.
Yeah, I am. I've got cameras here. Screens are here.
Well, you didn't respond, man.
Because I was looking.
I like what this. Who did? This is actually Rodriguez shared. Made this. This is actually a pretty cool looking. You want to talk about making your gun look post-apocalyptic? That's a whole lot of rubber bands and excess wire and just some paracord.
Like even the paint job on that, it's like he wore it down to metal in some places, and then like Question is if it's actual rust or is it the knockoff, the fake rust paint you can buy. Either way, that is a level of dedication and time that I don't have.
I don't have that either. Look, my ADHD is good for some things. It sucks at a lot of other things. So, obviously, if I use you guys' pictures or whatever, sorry, but latex paint. Oh, so you could just strip it afterwards?
Okay, good. So it's like plasti dip. No, latex paint, model paint. All right.
Okay. So another thing that people asked is they heard us talk about before about the perk system. So what the perks is essentially you're designing your own character. Now, if you're not sure what to do, we can give you some pre-assigned archetypes that are just there as like little guides of pretty much what you want to do. Christian's one of the best people for that. He's just been extremely busy with work lately, so he hasn't been on to explain some of them fully. I know that for me, I just use it. I use a lot of perks that maximize my bodyguarding of what I typically do. So I'm usually like when it comes down to these events, I'm not Nikolai there. No, I'm a different character that decides that he has an addiction to jet, so he's extremely paranoid, and he's very protective of his boss, whoever his boss might be. And if you threaten the boss, you better be able to run fast, hide well, or shoot quicker than than the bodyguard can, because he is pretty damn lethal with that. So I have things that give me +1 wounds, so I have 3 lives I have 4 lives instead of 3 lives like most other people do. I have the ability to use grenades, full auto, and melee weapons. I can shoot through power armor. So
I'm torn between two builds. I've actually managed to make myself a Time Lord and a cliche Bond villain. I'm torn between the two right now.
You made the group. You made the group.
Blame Stu.
Oh, I am definitely blaming Stu. Don't get me wrong. Stu, that group has now been made, sir. Thanks to you. So,
Yep, timey-wimey stuff.
so there's a lot of cool things you can do. Like some guys are planning not even to shoot; they just want to be out there to help people and everything else. So there's like 3 different doctor bills that you could bring together to use a lot of stuff to medic people. There are going to be stims, but stims are going to be extremely rare and limited. I have been summoned. About time, Horsack. Jeez. Yay, there's something wrong with me. Oh, yes, there is, sir. So there's stuff like that where you could be a doctor and never even have to use a weapon. You could be Jade Rodriguez and have nothing but grenades. So the good thing though is that you just can't have somebody like Jade just decide that, oh, I'm just going to be a whole bunch of gate. You actually have to be in there. Send Atomy to a group. Yeah, I'm sure that group's going to go down bad. Just saying. So it's Geigerlands is going to be. Look, you get to camp out for 3 days, and well, I guess it's 2 nights. 3 days, 2 nights. For some of you special people, can you take prisoners? The answer is yes. I don't know if the rules are put in there, but yes, you can take prisoners. I has tent. Well, we now know where Horseshack's staying. Not in a freaking building. She's going to be in a tent. Nice.
You want to make your own Nuka-Cola out of Mexican glass bottles, Sprite, and Coke.
Yeah, you can do that. Christian does it all the time. Toucan does it all the time. We actually were using it as adverts. Ooh, leftovers. Somebody asked if we're actually going to be setting up raiding for this event, like you could raid people's campsites and stuff. As it stands right now,
No, Stu. No. Bad Stu. Get in the corner. No donut.
oh, family show, family show, family show, family show. This is not an episode of Oz, Stu. Okay.
Anyway, raiding camps.
You, we're right now because we're not. Because it's going to be the first event and all that, I think it added too much to complexity to the event, and we don't want to confuse people and have some problems. So there'll be no raiding campsites, especially at night. Like during the day, that's a different story, but at night, no. Inside people's tents, you guys can't go inside those to take stuff. Remember, you can only loot off of people, or if there's a chest or some sort of box on the ground that's there. So
Like personally, it's like we have a large rule set already in play that we need to make sure functions as a whole, because no game plan lasts first contact with your players. Once we get that down, once you guys understand how the gameplay works and the flow is done, if we knocked out some of the kinks, there is a idea for a rule set to allow raiding that we may bring into play later, but we need to get things smoothed out ahead of time before we add more complexity.
correct, Jay. Correct, sir. Correct. Can I say correct anymore? Correct. So, like, one of the things that comes down to it is like if we allow raiding campsites at night or raiding homesteads at night, it's because of the way that the rule sets are currently, where there's no guns allowed on the field between 9 and the only time that airsoft guns are allowed on the field are between 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. on Saturday and 9 to 4 on Sunday. How are the ratings going to work? It's going to be melee weapons that are going to be rushing in and all that stuff.
Because nobody likes sleeping in iPro. Trust me.
It sucks. But the other problem is too is like how is the rating dynamic? We might do a tester on like rating with some willing participants maybe. But I can only imagine people come rushing inside of like one of the big facilities and going through and messing with people at like say 4:00 in the morning when they're supposed to be dead asleep, and there's now angry noises being done. So
I'm about to say Smurfs here, Horseshack's here. There's enough people that know if you bug me before I have coffee in the morning, it's not a good plan.
So we're thinking about doing something along the lines of being able to mark encampments that are open to nighttime raiding and everything else like that. But not this time.
God damn it, Jay.
Jay didn't kill me from behind. I can tell you that much.
No, he's talking about the sword.
I know exactly what he's saying. Yeah. What if we bug you with coffee? I can see the raiding come. Wait, no. I can see the raid happening on Sid now. Kick in the door. What the hell's going on? Your coffee, sir. Stabby. Your shit's mine.
You laugh. When I was in the Army, I had a private who figured out the NCO math to deal with me. I could always tell when somebody screwed up because he would show up, hand me a cup of coffee, give me a couple minutes, and go, "So, Sarge," and I'd be like, "Ah, crap."
Oh, so, I could just see something like that happening. But there will be food out on the AO, so you'll have Sin's food truck will be out there. There'll probably be brisket at some time during the day on Saturday. The on-the-go surplus guys always have MREs and other snacks on their trailer, so you guys can get them. Again, that's all old world money, and those areas are going to be no fire zones. Like most of the ammo dumps will also be no fire zones. Can we pay in nipple caps?
We're not taking caps for food. We no. 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 Like the only thing I'm willing to trade for food are GTP 9 mags. Also, depending on speaking of food and ticket sales, depending on ticket sales determines whether or not we are going to have ramen on the food truck. Because anybody that's had the ramen that we sell, I do not do top ramen stuff you make at home. So that's part of that is also going to determine what my food budget's going to be. So if the ticket sales go up, there's going to be some really good grub. Only if it's the bright pink one.
Hey, Ange. Yeah, so I mean, the event's really gonna be killer, guys. I mean, we put a lot of thought into this. There's gonna be trash receptacles at each of the places, so that way you guys can throw stuff inside, so you guys can throw stuff away, so we don't have a mess. There's be water deposits around all over the place for you guys to drink water from. And the each end of day mass casualty event is going to be pretty epic. So, can you survive is going to be the legitimate question. Like, if you find out where the vaults are and you're going to be going in there and you're going to secure the vault and all that, remember they only house a certain number of people. So, if you're at one of the vaults that only houses 7 people and you got 15 guys in your group, start drawing straws now. Yeah, Jay, I don't think they'll like that too much. So, there's going to be some epic battles there. Plus, when the Rad Storm comes, in the last 30 minutes of the game, whatever lives you have, that's it. Once you're dead, you come off the field. Playing in cold war campaign right now. Awesome, Josh. So if that stuff becomes very, very like you become it turns into a very the last 30 minutes it becomes very, I'm trying to think of the right adjective to use here.
Chaotic?
Not even chaotic, just stressful, suspenseful is the word I'm trying to think of. Jesus, I have a huge thesaurus in my head.
So if you die during the first day, that's it. No, you can be revived. There's ways of reviving people.
Yeah, so it's within the last 30 minutes of each day, because really it's at that point the last 30 minutes is meant to be a survivor's challenge. It's like you're building up the entire day to make sure you can get all the resources that you need for the vault, to power the vault and survive the rad storm. And at the same time, you then have to not only have to survive the rad storm in the vault, but you have to survive the other players that are trying to get in there to survive as well. And you have the asylum to deal with. And the rad storm does funny things to the NPCs that were once helping with you and working with you. Now they're not so much. So imagine that there's a circle closing in onto the center part of the map, sort of like in Fortnite and everything else. And if an NPC is inside that circle, who was nice, sunshiny, and all smiles, and now they're inside that, they might turn around and start shooting. So last 5 or 10 minutes is going to be pretty intense. So if you survive, you survive. Good job. So there's a lot of cool stuff like that that's going to happen that I think is going to it's going to be pretty intense. I mean, so once you die, you're dead. I guess you have a choice. You can either join up with the asylum with them and kill off all the other players as you're going through as essentially rad zombies, or you can just walk off the field, take your airsoft gun with you.
So you can be boring and just take your ball and go home.
I want to encourage people going out there and killing a bunch of people. In game, yes, the asylum will act as if berserkers are sent from Odin himself. That's the main goal, is to go through and annihilate everybody, because the asylum wins when everybody dies. which means you might have to protect some of them vaults.
Mhm.
No, the asylum will not have pre-knowledge of where the vaults are going to be. The only one they'll know it for sure is their vault, which is in the tunnel all the way at the very end to building 1. You can't go in building 1, but they'll be down there. Skulls for the throne, for the
Cornerites coming in.
blood for the blood god. So does anybody else have any questions about Geigerlands in particular before we move on to talking about a little bit of some Scorched Earth
Scorched Earth.
action?
Brain freeze there.
I know it's we have so many things that are talking about. I mean, 'cause I'm going to talk a little bit about Pew Pew at the Sea at the very end. For those of you that are interested in Pew Pew at Sea, again,
Give it a second to see if any questions for Geigerlands pop up.
This is the group. If you guys don't know, for Geigerlands, I really wish there was a way to like rename the group anything but a freaking number.
Welcome to Facebook.
I know, right? We have our scouts for 5G little camps. Horseshack, I'll talk to you after the stream. So, all right. I don't see any questions so far. Like, if somebody comes up with a question, we'll come back to it. So, for Scorched Earth, it's going to be the Federalists versus the Nationalists. There is going to be no Op 14. So, for those of you that were asking about it, there's going to be no Blackwater. The civilians will be out there because the civilians run the JTF missions. So, the JTF missions are definitely going to be a thing again. Alex really puts on a really good show with the JTF missions, putting a lot of time and effort into those missions and everything else, making sure that you guys have a really positive experience. So we're going to be doing that again. So if you guys like those, definitely check them out. I believe they're going to be $60 this year.
I don't remember the final price.
I'm checking now. I was just thinking off the top of my head. No, it's $50. It's still at 50. So those tickets are $125. Again, green versus tan. The same sort of stuff that you guys experienced in the past before with the games. The spawns will be parallel to each other wherever we start them this time. So it should be a lot of action and everything else that you guys are used to. So it's Syndicate just with a little bit less complexity.
It's literally going to be you shoot them, they shoot you. Admin laughs.
Nikolai will be out there. The battle bus will probably be a static element that's there that could be a control point that people try to take. That'll be worth big points. So assaulting the battle bus is going to be hard, but that's the design of the game. Is it for it to be hard? So that's going to be an interesting aspect of gameplay as well. There's going to be a lot of fighting in and around that. Nikolai is going to be capturable. There will be prisoner taken again. And we're going to be talking when we start getting closer, just like once we get past Geigerlands, we start talking quite a bit about Scorched Earth. We're definitely going to go heavy duty into the rules, so where people understand fully what it is to take a prisoner, how prisoners are supposed to act, how Nikolai is going to act. It's very Jesus Christ, Jay. Because if you try to take Nikolai hostage, you got a weapon on you, he's going to go for it. I mean, that's just going to be the warning. So it's going to be part of every single safety brief, so there is no more confusion about that. Yeah, this one is if you haven't seen anything from Syndicate 2, we put a lot of time and energy into that event with all the different props that we had, all the different ways you could score. It was really, really close. Had DEA just simply taken more objectives, they easily would have won. They gave Green a run for its money, and they just didn't get enough objectives. So, um, on a on a if on a Fields win, they definitely won. Like if you were to say who you thought won because of how much domination and control they had of the field, DEA would have won.
But
However,
they
the
definitely,
points were a different story.
yeah, the body count. If it was based on body count alone, they would have kicked our butt.
Yeah.
They were all about killing people. They just didn't want to take anything.
Hopefully for that one, we can get the basement of one open back up. We will probably never be allowed on the first or second story of two ever again. Or the first or second story of one ever again.
I was like,
Building one is, that was a total and complete no bueno situation.
yeah, moving on.
Yeah. Yeah. So we are looking at, for the possibility moving forward, we really have to sit and talk and figure out how we're going to do it if we allow a Milsim event to actually be camp out on the AO. So we're contemplating it. We're thinking about it. It may or may not happen. We'll know better come Scorched Earth time. The biggest factor that comes down with, because this was a question I was asked, hey, how come we can't camp out for a Milsim? Well, when you have a thing like Geigerlands where it's a free-for-all event, people are free moving anywhere. It's like a bunch of little bodies moving around, not too large masses of people. When you have a Milsim, you have two large bodies that are essentially going like this around each other. I mean, sure, you have like a little other groups and bodies running around doing other stuff, but when it comes to like two massive armies moving around, there's only so much space you can do and get them into. So we really have to utilize the field in a certain way that makes it better for the armies to go through and meet and clash and everything else.
Yeah, like essentially what happens is you end up with two large areas that are out of play because that's where people are camping, which we ran into at a few events in the past. Mm-hmm. Which is honestly, it sounds awesome until you realize like you have to make a massive detour to continue play around somebody's camping area.
Yeah, because people ask, why didn't you just use the two gates again? Because what happens is most of the buildings that are being utilized or the best places of people to fight in are up at the top or in the center spot. So if you start off at that second gate, you have a huge advantage, a massive advantage. Now, we could make it to where, building 1 or building 9 and 10 are once again one side spawns, and maybe building Alpha or something like that, or building 8 because it's further out is another side spawns, and just make it to where one team's right there. But again, you still run the same problem of that spawn's always closer to the other. And the other way that we could do it is if we swap the spawns around, if we swap the spawns after every Evo, which takes away from the team having their own dedicated spots. The reason why 1 and 8 work so well is they're parallel to each other, and it's almost the same amount of time to run into the buildings to start getting the objectives and everything else like that. Hello.
Person that I can't tell who that is.
That's Geigerlands community page. I could tell. I'll find out who it is right now. That is Cindy. Hey, Cindy. Trying to get Cindy to go.
Cindy needs to come.
Cindy, please. You need to come.
She's the only other tactical unicorn I know in the field.
What the hell was that? And she's got like the perfect outfit and everything else for that. It's like she doesn't even need to worry about a uniform or anything else. She just dresses like she did at like Bad Blood and she's set. High stepping it across the field.
I don't mind sleeping. You're crazy, man. I hate sleeping at night, bro.
If you guys are wondering how long before we do like a 24 or 36 hour long event, it's going to be a while. Not gonna lie, it's something that every event host has to build up to. You have to build up to making sure that you have the right team in place, the right skill set to do it. And we can, Sin and I are easily raise our hands up and say we're not ready for that yet.
Oh,
You
God,
know,
no. And
it's
few people realize how much work goes into one of those never-ending games because you need staff on the clock the entire
24 hours. Yeah, 24
like,
hours a day.
which means you got to have enough staff to basically sleep in shifts. It is intense and it burns people out quick.
Yeah, the sleep deprivation that we get already from these games is kind of high. Like, for some of you that did not see me, like at Syndicate 2, even Friday night, because of what happened, I was burnt, and I'm like, why the hell am I still up at 12 o'clock at night? I should be sleeping because I got to be up at 7 o'clock in the morning. Um, I was like, come on, guys, why am I awake right now? I should be sleeping, and it's and then Saturday rolls around and it went even it was even more so. I mean, I was like the Walking Dead. I left the field. I think it was at like 8:30 to get dinner, and when I came back, I barely crawled into bed. Um, who the hell said night shirt? Was that Cindy?
That was Cindy.
Yeah, Cindy.
Told you you're gonna catch shade for that, man.
Hey, look,
Look like a Rorschach.
hold on. It's even better when you stand up.
You keep using that word. I don't think you meant better.
uh,
Oh God, it reminds me of like the chicks at Walmart and the moo
huh? Damn, I wonder where Sin went. Just so you guys know, there's now a 100 cap bounty on Virtue's nuts. So there you go. Shoot him in the nuts, you get a 100 cap bounty from me. Spur's not human for lack of sleep. Now, if I'm in, there was a lot more to Syndicate 2, though. I mean, I was there I was there the Sunday before, getting everything cleaned up and ready to go for the event. And there was a hell of a lot of cleanup that happened. And I also want to again thank the cleanup crews that came out there that really helped me get that AO clean for everybody. It's a shame that, all the work we did uh wasn't cleaned up after, we left because a certain person decided that, hey, I don't need to be here anymore.
Will there be a
Be a bounty board. Yes, Paul, there will. There will be a bounty board. There will be bounty sheets that'll be printed up for some of your most lovable characters. So yeah. My lungs are now black from all that dust.
Well, stop
Hey,
throwing so many grenades.
you were told to wear a mask, sir. You decided no, you did not want to. Screw that crap.
Captain Tubbs, you don't need to pick a side now, man. Get there, play, meet the factions, and then decide. Or don't decide and just be your own person.
Yes, Paul, you could post your own bounties. I would love it to see. I'll try talking to Mike Strebo again. See if I can get the Mike Strebo to come up for this event where he does the Wasteland Radio. I have an axe I plan on bringing. Why be on a side? Exactly. I typically am part of Sunshine Band Merchant Caravan. I don't know if I'm actually going to be Sunshine Band Merchant Caravan this time, but I'm definitely going to be recognizable. I will definitely be going all over the place. I get to wear Hawaiian shirts, and it just fit in. I'm thinking about, one of the shirts is just torn to hell. So maybe that Galaxy News Radio.
Oh, you mean for Scorched Earth? Honestly, man.
It's Federalist versus Nationalist, green versus tan. Right now, the only person I know is I think Fury is still signed on to be CO for
Tan.
green. No, green.
Oh, he's taking green?
I think so. Shit, I don't know. I'll have to ask him. Actually, wait,
Fury
he might
signed
be in
on
the.
for one of them.
Yeah, he's signed on for one of them. So if you guys are used to that, for Scorched Earth, let's see.
I really want Papa to take the other team.
Fury will be leaning the green side. So the green faction is the Federalist. He's going to be the Federalist commander.
I want Papa to take tan so we can actually bill it as a David versus Goliath fight.
Oh God!
Date for Sin 3. I don't think we released that date yet.
No, it's going to be in early April. There's the tickets for Scorched Earth. Again, if you guys are looking for your standard type of Milsim, you never been to a Milsim Tubs? It's a lot of fun, man. I mean, if you've never been to one, it's okay. There's plenty of groups out there that'll take a newcomer under their wing.
I mean, honestly, to be fair, notoriously, like Syndicate 2, Syndicate 1, like we get a lot of first timers to Milsim events, I've noticed.
Like the guy who never played Gert, who never played airsoft before, decides that he's going to come to a Milsim event and never played airsoft before. First time playing. First time he played, he starts with a JTF mission. The rest of your airsoft career, you start on the highest point possible. It's like, well, it's all downhill from here. The only thing you can do that's higher than that is maybe riding in a helicopter and maybe driving inside of an armored personnel vehicle.
No, I think JTF wins on it. Well,
the helicopter
definitely. Helicopter definitely. The armored personnel carrier is like riding in a pickup truck with extra walls.
Yeah. So, no, we're not doing anything in October, Jay. The closest thing that's in October, we'll never have an October event at the prison because that's the month of Halloween.
And it's a haunted prison, so
yeah,
you can guess what's going on there.
Correct. So, Syndicate is, the only reason why we had 2 syndicates last year, or 2 syndicates within like a 6-month period or whatever, was we had the November, and then we decided that we were moving the date. We pushed the date forward to April, so that way we could be closer to springtime and go through. So, so Syndicate is technically always going to be our season opener for Big House Milsim events. Geigerlands will then follow up in May of next year, and then we're going to have 2 more events each year. So it'll be Milsim, roleplay, Milsim. So we're still trying to figure out what our 4th roleplay event's going to be next year, which will probably be first, maybe second week of September. So it's a little bit cooler. Because again, it conflicts with the stuff that's happening for the prison for Halloween. So that's why, if you guys are wondering why we don't have anything in September or October and why we always have to do November, Scorched Earth will be our series that ends the season. It always will be the first week of November moving forward. The Scorched Earth is going to be a lot of fun. If you guys did the Syndicate series, you'll probably love Scorched Earth. The only prop you're not going to see at Scorched Earth is going to be the stuff in little baggies. We're thinking about turning it into a purge style event, because Papa has his own John Wick event, and we really don't want to take over that. So we
have a couple of ideas in the works. When Christian has time, we're gonna try to iron out details on my baby I've been working on for a while, called Brink. We have like 6 to 7 different ideas we're juggling around for another event.
Yeah, because I know a lot of you guys really do want to. You guys really want us to push for a. You guys want us to push heavily for a zombie event, and a zombie event that goes all day is a little rough.
It's a little rough, and it never goes the way anybody plans it. I've been a part of a couple of groups that have tried it. The problem is Everybody hates actually being a zombie after the first 20 minutes of being a zombie, except for Joker.
I enjoy being a zombie.
No, I will not have any of the get goods. Dear God, I'm not getting
No.
into that conversation again.
No, we're
Don't
not.
buy those things.
Are you going to push out the different AOs eventually? That's really a question that I already work with a couple of different groups when it comes to Milsim events and all that. I don't know if I will. I mean, I will tell you what we are doing is we've set up Pew Pew at Sea, which is a cruise for airsofters. One of the main factors that's always difficult when going through and doing this is first and foremost, um, you have to find another location. You got to find another fresh location because going to an existing location is always yes. Scorched Earth is at the prison. See, this is another thing that always gets screwed up when people ask, "Where is this event going to be at?" Right now, we can easily say all of our events are at the prison. The only thing that's not at the prison is Pew Pew at Sea because Pennsylvania doesn't have a beach.
It
Doesn't have an ocean on it.
It doesn't have an ocean on it. There's a
Okay.
beach. We just can't put a cruise ship. Well, we could put a cruise ship on it. That just would be the only thing.
So,
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. But you
Lake
don't
Erie.
put a cruise ship in Lake Erie.
Yeah. No, who wants to cruise in Lake Erie?
All the corpses. Anyway,
But yeah, so we'll talk about that. We'll finish up the stream talking about Pew Pew at Sea because we definitely want to talk a little bit more about that. The hell was that? Oh, I hear a knocking at the door, and I look up there, and I don't see anybody at any door, out my door.
okay,
wife is-
Tubbs, they set it on fire once, okay? And it was a cow's fault. Which, if you're not from Ohio, that goes right over your head. But literally, because of a cow, the water got set on fire.
I'm not even going to go there. Yes, November is always going to be the cold game, so plan for cold. Plan for it. Just plan for it. We're trying to go the first week in November. That ghost that followed you, Joker, like a cold dead heart. Yeah, the Scorched Earth game. One of the cool reasons why Scorched Earth will work so well, especially with the name of the titles, everything's dead up there because of wintertime anyway. All the leaves are falling off the trees. The scrub brush is down. It really looks like there's nothing there, especially when the buildings look. It's a perfect thing for Scorched Earth. So we still don't have a storyline for it as exactly what the storyline is. I mean, we have the names of the two teams. A lot of y'all don't follow storylines anyway, but we can tell you that there's going to be control boxes that you have to flip. There's going to be laptops, Intel to pick up, hard drives, floppy disks, stuff of that nature, and capturing prisoners. There'll also be NPCs to capture and interrogate and everything else. So I have a feeling I'm being waterboarded again.
We can hope.
Yeah. Call that Frozen Earth. We really like our term Scorched Earth.
Oh, I have my own headcanon. It's because DEA screwed up and everything got destroyed, which led into Scorched Earth, and it's going to get worse. And that's how we got to Geigerlands. That's the theory in my head, and that's what I'm sticking with. Somehow, it's all Nikolai's fault.
It's all Nikolai's fault. I was going to say, it's all my fault. If you guys... Nuclear winter. Exactly. Tubbs gets it. Tubbs gets it. Hopefully it just doesn't snow again because that sucked. Trying to have a safety briefing, there's fucking white shit falling everywhere. What is this shit? So, crap! I had a chain of thought, and I lost it. The civilians are there pretty much to harass and interfere with you guys. So you guys can camp out in the parking lot. Um, moving forward, there probably will not be. We'll assess each game moving forward whether or not there's going to be day passes available. As it stands right now, because it's a standard Milsim event, there probably will not be day passes available. Geigerlands is his own special beast. That's why we're doing it, because it's unique. A lot of people really don't do this sort of stuff, so they need a taste of it. Brad, just because you're from Florida, let me tell you this right now, right? The Florida boys stayed from start to finish. You northern boys didn't even last through the first Evo when it started snowing up there.
Yeah,
I'm
again,
just
that's
saying.
because you guys are staring around going, "Oh, what is this? This is wonderful." All of them went up. Not this shit again. We're sick of it, man. It's like eating the same. If you had to eat the same meal every day for a year, and somebody started bringing you that plate, you'd be like, "Yeah, nah, I'm done." Also, you guys couldn't run away that quickly. You guys were all in Florida. All the local boys are like, "I could just go home and be warm."
No, it sucked for me, man, because the RV I had,
That
yeah,
shoebox on wheels.
yeah, having to turn the engine on for 2 hours every single time just to run the freaking heat, that freaking sucked. Sucked. Um, anyways,
I mean, it's still better than the Death Trap Motel.
truth. So it sucks. I'm hoteling for a November event. I don't blame you. If I wasn't like security on site, I'd probably be hoteling it as well. But yeah, I am definitely on site to make sure stuff goes well and not bad. Um, all right. So, So that's everything with Scorched Earth. Do you guys have any questions about Scorched Earth? Also, let us know. We'll start answering them. If you're wondering about how the rule set's going to be, it's just going to be like our syndicate rule set. Everything's the same except for the fact that there is no fourth or fifth faction this time. Prisoners will still be able to be taken. So they're hot tub for the tubs. I think there is one at the Grand Altoona, but we'll get those room blocks set up for. I don't think we have the room block set up for Geigerlands, but we will try to get hotel rooms guys set up for Scorched Earth soon, so you guys know what to get and all that. For those hotels, it's probably going to be roughly the same price as before. So let's see. Damn it, I had another thing and I lost it again. When it comes down to the rules, no riot shields are ever going to be allowed in the prison because of safety reasons and toxicity reasons, mostly the safety concerns, per our insurance. All right, so no riot shields. They also cause a really toxic environment there because of a lot of those. This is a prison, guys, and a lot of those corridors were designed to be held down by somebody with the riot shield. So it makes for a very bad experience. No full auto in buildings. No, Jay. If there was a way to allow it to where it wouldn't be bad and we wouldn't have the concerns or the issues, we probably would allow them. But no,
It causes too much of an issue, especially in tight corners. Like it starts way too many arguments. To be honest.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care how heavy it is. That's even more dangerous.
That's worse. You trip, lose your balance, you go forward, and there's somebody standing in front of you. Yeah, there's 80 or 90 pounds plus your body crashing into them. No. So it's just not going to happen. So the other thing is people complain about, SMGs are useless because you cannot go full auto in buildings. Correct. We have to do things to protect the integrity of the structure and the integrity inside of that place. No full autos allowed inside, Paul. Sorry.
That includes the tunnels. And to be honest, full auto in the tunnels would be a nightmare. Because there's so many overhead pipes, there's so many odd angles. It's just got to be a ricochet fest.
Paul, when you get a chance to see it, you'll see exactly why. Oh, this is bad, especially in the tunnel. The tunnel, there is only 2 spots in the entire tunnel where you're not in direct line of fire of anything down that you could shoot down. Technically 3 spots. There's that curve at the very end.
Yeah,
There's an electrical box, the entrance for the chapel, and the curve. That's it.
that's
The
it.
rest of the tunnel, it's a straight line down.
You've got metal posts and points for structure down the tunnel. It's even on semi in a firefight. There were so many ricochets it was ridiculous.
Yeah. So, but if you're
All you
concerned
need
because your guns, we'll talk about your rule set because I think I know what you're going to ask about for yours, and that'll be a different scenario where you're just going to have to do a lot of that, try to simulate semi instead of.
Pew pew, no daka daka. No, Jay, we're not calling you fat. You're just wide.
Exactly, Jay. I'm a big boy. I'll take up the whole tunnel. 5'8" and I'm 394. Holy shit.
He is the door.
I am 6'1.5" and I weigh 275, and my head is grazing some of those beams as I walk by inside that tunnel. So it's one of those things, you take up a lot of space. Brainerd has to hunch over. It's sick.
Like the tunnel fights are they're fun, they're intense, and trust me, there were moments in the tunnel fight where I thought somebody was full autoing. No,
It's the power armor. There's other things that you guys also want to think about too. When we talk about the tunnels, there's one long tunnel that goes from F, and it comes out underneath. It connects to F, but it also comes out at 5. So it goes from 5 all the way down to 1. That's the main tunnel, right? That's what everybody considers a tunnel. Then you got the basements that interconnect 6, 5, 4, and that's like a whole other little labyrinth of tunnels that go underneath. So we call that all the tunnel system that's there because there's multiple ways to go around and entrance points to different buildings. All right. Some of the tunnel comes out at ground floor when you go through and do some of that. A lot of times it's inside a basement. So it's actually a hell of a lot of fun to fight down there. It's also, for the most part, pitch dark. One of the places where you go to capture Nikolai is insanely dark. So, yeah.
What are bigger weapons?
What do you mean for that?
Are you talking like squad automatic weapons? You talking RPGs? Oh, boffer. What are boffer weapons? Okay. That's back to Geigerlands.
Okay. Jumping back to Geigerlands. Boffer weapons are pretty much any sort of foam or plastic melee weapon. Like, for example, this is a boffer weapon, the Twisted Tea can. My tactical Twisted Tea. Or the frying pan that's up there. It's made out of foam.
This is not a boffer weapon.
What is that? Is that your steel? Boffer weapons have to be enclosed, and correct me if I'm wrong, they cannot have a metal pole inside of them, right, Virtue?
Correct.
They have to be
generally you want either a PVC kite spar or a conduit core and wrapped in layers of foam and a cloth cover to actually protect it. Some people allow the duct tape wrap weapons. Since we are going with lightest touch for this event, you can use the duct tape light weapons, but generally they break down a lot quicker, and in heat they just become a wet slapping stick. But any LARP safe latex weapons are allowed. All weapons will be inspected as we get on.
If you're looking at
that's foam latex. That's what I was talking about.
This is actually one of the Nerf ones, the zombie machete. This would actually be really good for that. You also have if you guys go to Jackal Tactical's web store, Tactical. I'm gonna that's gonna get stuck in my head now. It's Nerf or nothing.
Jackal Tactical, they
Jackal,
ordered in a crap ton of latex weapons, like LARP
yeah.
ready latex weapons. Some of the LARP groups have asked me about arrows for this event. We're not going to use the LARP legal arrows.
What's that? Keep talking about that. I gotta go grab the other
The
weapon.
LARP legal arrows, and I understand. I have a crap ton of them, and the main reason is because with projectiles being left off the field at a certain point, and the confusion of a lot of people that have no idea what they are. And they, like in the LARP community as itself, we know not to step on somebody's arrows. But at an event on this scale, I don't want anybody's property getting damaged. A plastic ruler for support. As long as the edge can't be felt through the foam, you're good. Making a parking meter, you can have the Chancellor. I've seen that. Somebody actually did a parking meter. Yeah, there's another good example.
So these were made. I found them at the prison. So it must have been from a different event and all that. So this I could tell you right now is made from flooring mats because you can still see the pattern in it. That's wrapped and been sealed and everything else. Another good person to ask is Paul. No throwing weapons.
Plastic. Oh, I didn't realize you said throwable. Yeah, no throwing weapons. Projectiles are no.
Because remember, once the rad storm passes at 6 o'clock, all projectiles go off the field because there's going to be no iPro from 2 p.m. Friday until 8:30 a.m. Saturday. No iPro is required on the field. Those like popsicle sticks. I mean, it's an easy way for them to make them and do them. I mean, they're a melee weapon. I mean, it literally. I spray painted this one a little bit more silver. I'm probably going to do a little bit better paint job. I'm probably going to work the duct tape on it a little bit more to make it look like it's more there. So I'll have these.
Stu, ironically, you say that, but the number one complaint about the Nerf throwing axe is children injuring each other with it by throwing it. Did a chance to check out the EV? No, I don't go past a certain area at that place.
He found a foam Thanos sword. Look, if you guys go to pretty much any Comic-Con, they have foam weapon dealers.
And then you go there, you figure out what you want, and then you go on Amazon and buy it cheaper.
Yeah. Is a small Nerf shield allowed? For melee, yes.
What?
How much is it?
What?
It's in the rule perk for Ninja States throwing weapons. God damn it. Thanks, Tubbs, for telling me that. Then thrown weapons are only allowed from 9 to 6 and 9 to 4 on Saturday and Sunday. That's it. What are the differences in ticket prices seen from $40 to $110? Excellent question, Lee. So the difference in price is that if you just wanted to go, like the $40 is either for a Sunday only ticket or for a press pass only ticket. That pretty much covers our cost for. Yeah, that's fine. I can tell you that much right now. That's fine. Paul. So that pretty much just covers them to be out there. Friday or the Saturday only ticket is $50. That's just for the Saturday to come in and do the Pew Pew event and go. The $100 or it's here. Let me give you guys another little thing here. Where's my Geigerland? I got a promo code for you guys for watching the stream. You can save an additional $10. So the $110 is an unlimited ticket that you can start Friday at 2:00 and go all the way Sunday to 4:00, and then whenever we end for the raffle or whatever. So pretty much it depends on how long you want to stay there and how long you want to be there. If you choose one of the day passes, you cannot camp out on the AO. You can't camp out on site. You'd have to go to a hotel or something else. Jay, let me just give you, Jay, do me a favor and no. All right, just do me that solid and no. Don't bring them. So if you guys click that lovely little discount code I just put up there, or if you just put in PWA Stream 213, you guys will get $10 off your ticket. So if hopefully that answers your questions, Lee, on what type of ticket you want. If you want my honest advice, go for a general admission ticket. Be outside when the gates open at 1:00 on Friday. Get through, get registered, get chrono, do this first safety brief, and and go out there and start finding a place that you're going to camp out. Jay, I honestly, dude, I was looking at it and I thought the decision was definitely no throwing weapons because of iPro, because somebody's gonna screw that shit.
Yeah, no, there's no throwing weapons once the field goes weapons cold. So yeah, they're allowed until projectiles are pulled off the field, but they still have to pass the same test, and you need the perk. You need to take the ninja perk to be able to do it. So, I mean, you're going to burn your perk for the ability to throw something.
Yeah, you got to have a perk for it too, don't you?
Yeah, you have to have the ninja perk. So it balances out, but like, I don't think it's worth
it. Rising Skill. Let me see. He actually just asked this question inside of the Discord, your Discord. He said, I was reading the player pack and it mentions rad storms and having a shelter in specific buildings. What's the benefit of getting in a shelter during a rad storm event? What's the downside of not securing a spot in one? Downside is you die. You die. Death. That's excellent response there, Sin. Death is the answer. Oh, that's hilarious.
Also, hey, props to that man. He read a player's packet.
Yes, he did. Actually, so did Captain Tubbs read the player's packet too.
I do not mean this condescendingly at all. Thank you. I cannot tell you how many questions at how many different events are responded with, did you read the player's packet?
All of them. All of them. That's the answer. It's all of them. Everywhere, all the time. And listening to the safety brief. The safety brief's an important thing to listen to because sometimes there might be just a little bit. All right, I just saw you put that new channel up. I had to say it. Had to post up there. Woo!
All right. So back to what we were originally talking about was Pew Pew at Sea before we get out of here because
Yeah, that's because we always plan this Thursday one to start and end like at about an hour, maybe hour and a half.
it never
2
worked.
hours later, I basically read them for my team and passed the info along. Yeah, the player packet for Geigerlands is intense. The player packet for Scorched Earth is not up. So, with the last 13 minutes or so before, because we are definitely ending this at 2 hours. I got a lot of stuff to do. My stuff's getting blown up here. So, Pew Pew at Sea. Raise a hands. How many of you want to go on a cruise ship? We're putting together. By the way, premier character sheets we could fill out beforehand. Yes, there is. We have put together a cruise for all you airsofters to be essentially the start of the airsoft season. So the way it works is pretty straightforward. We got ourselves a cruise going out March 3rd through the 6th out of Miami. So for all you people way up north, it's going to be extremely warm for you, especially what you've been used to in the last, up to like 4 months up to that point. We're going to be going out of Port Miami. Oh, that sucks, Captain.
I mean, you got time to like put payments down on it, man. Sell a kidney. Look, you're never broke as long as you have one gullible friend with a good kidney.
I'm gonna start talking about it this way, right? So, when it comes down to the cruise, you can put a $50 refundable deposit down for a cabin, or $100 per cabin. So, like if you're going with a significant other or something like that, you can put $100 down. Now, I did my best to try to make this as cheap as possible for people, because I know what it's like, right? We're all on budgets and everything else. So the interior cabins. Now, if you've never been on a cruise before, I'll give you a heads up about the interior cabins. If this is first time cruising, you want to do a bunch of stuff. You're only going back to the cabins typically to sleep. That's it, just to sleep. Most of the time, especially going with the group, you want to hang out and party with your group. You want to be around there doing all sorts of stuff. So the interior cabins are really good to go if you're cruising on a budget. Now, the group rate is $792.72 per cabin, which is $396.36 per person. That includes all your gratuities, taxes, port fees, the whole 9 yards, right? The only thing it does not include is the drink packages, all right? And there's two different ones, one with alcohol, one without alcohol. If you're going with the adult drink package, it's $70.74 per day. That includes all gratuities and everything else. So figure for a 3-day cruise, you're adding another $213 to your cruise. All right. If you don't drink that much, you can get the unlimited soda package for $11.21 a day, which is also a really good deal because you just get whatever soda and stuff that you want without having to pay per drink. Nobody should go on a cruise without getting one or the other package. That simple. This way you have nothing to worry about when you go out there. All right. I must find an adult. Horsack, fine. I'll be your fucking adult. Okay.
That's a horrible plan. I think you can find a more adultier adult.
When it comes to this, I'm actually responsible. You shut the hell up, sir. Food is included. Except with the exception of there's 2 restaurants, I believe, that are the high-end restaurants that you have to pay separate for. Let me just go ahead and pull up the Carnival page. Give me 1 second here. Leave now. Sorry, I just gotta pull up the actual ship we're going on. I don't want to spend $70 per day on booze, so I'd probably buy at least a drink plan. Well, the booze plan comes with the regular soda plan too, so it's like for all drinks. The adult drink plan, and we call it that because it's only for for that. Wiener could be her adult too. I mean, it's all good. Find a cruise. I just want to go over make sure I have the right conquest. Here we go. Dining. The chef's table is additional, and the steakhouse is additional. And the seafood shack. Oh, and if you want the stupid green eggs and ham breakfast, the stupid the character breakfast, that's usually just
I'm
for
sorry,
kids.
you had me at Seafood Shack.
The seafood shack is additional. I don't have the price on it.
It's okay. I don't care about the price. You had me at Seafood Shack.
Now you can go eat all day long if you want to at the other restaurants. You have the dining room, the Ludo Marketplace, the C-Day brunch, Guy's Burger Joint, and the Blue Iguana Cafe, and the Carnival Deli. You want to answer that question on Discord, or do you want me to answer it?
I got it. Good.
All right. So you have multiple restaurants that you can still go to, and you can eat all hours. I mean, most cruises you can eat 24 hours a day if you want to. By the way, Sin, I love your nails. So the dining room is going to have it's going to have its own menu that you can go through. That's for dinner. Let's see here. And the group will have its own set dinner time that we can all go together as a group to go eat at. Ludio's Marketplace is going to have barbecue, deli, salad, Asian station, pasta bar. Plus the chef serves up a different surprise daily. Ton of indoor and outdoor seating. Yeah, you can enjoy frozen yogurt and fresh pizza 24 hours a day. All right. Then you have brunch, I imagine, is just breakfast and lunch. Let's see, what do they have there? French toast, loaded mac and cheese, cooked eggs, any which way you want them. Let's see. The Carnival Deli. Sandwiches and rolls, hand carved, served with fresh coleslaw and relish. God, why are you making me read this, Jay? I'm gonna get hungry. Let's see here. The Blue Iguana Conte has Mexican tacos, burritos, stuff specifically for your enjoyment. Oh, all right. And then Guy's Burger Joint, which I've heard about this place before. It actually is pretty good food. So pretty much burger stuff and everything else that you can imagine there. So there's plenty of food that you can get on the ship that you don't have to pay extra for. The chef's table, I want to say when I was looking this up before, the chef's table in the steakhouse costs about $40 per person a day. Yeah. Let's see here. Copy. Let's get out of that. Copy. Paste. There. That's the actual ship that we're going to be on. So you can also get an idea of what your rooms would look like for the different types of room you have there. You can get financing, $0 plus interest-free payments. So you have some of those that are available as well. So one day we'll depart at 3:30 out of Miami. Day 2 will be a day at sea. Day 3 we hit Nassau from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Day 4 we're back in Miami. So technically you're at sea for Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 3 nights. So 4 days, 3 nights.
Hey, Jay, I have a feeling you guys are going to keep looking for me and Jay. We're going to be covered in lobster.
So just so you guys know, if you guys go to the seafood place, it's going to cost extra. Make sure that if you do that you put plenty of money on your rooms, because if you nothing sucks worse than trying to leave a ship and you owe them even $1. They don't like that. So it's going to be a lot of fun. There's a lot of cool stuff that you could do on the ship. Like there's the comedy club, lip sync battle, carnival. The Serenity, uh, oh, the Red Frog Rum Bar is additional. Hey, I know what we could do. We could stick Jay inside of the Camp Ocean.
I'm sorry, room bar? You mean my room?
um, so we have interior rooms. We have we have some ocean. We have some balconies that are available. The balconies are $1,048.72. That includes everything, or $524.36 per person. What price the seafood shack? I don't know. I didn't look and see, to be honest. I'd have to go back and do the way I found it before, which was a deep dive, and I don't have the time to do that tonight. I'm sure it's going to vary. It's going to have varied in prices and all that.
I'm already looking for it. You're good.
Because yeah, I take it you just want to be all up on that. Let's see.
It doesn't list a price. It just says cost additional.
No, there's a way to find it. It's just you really have to you have to go through and really search for it, and it's not an easy thing because they don't want you to see the prices beforehand, man. They want you to see it when you're there and on the ship, so you don't think about it. What's up, Ricky? How you doing, brother?
Ha! Got it. Oh,
What is
wow.
that?
I cheated. They're actually reasonably priced, and I'm actually surprised by this. So it's based off the menu, so it's kind of like a la carte, but like the most expensive item is $14. And there's a bunch of stuff that says market value, which is usually literally based to the market. So
20 to $30.
yeah. But like their basic items are not that bad. I'll show this over to you so you can share it to them. Jesus.
That's a long ass link, sir.
That's totally not. Wow. Okay, so in that case,
Is that you that responded? Oh, that was that was Smurf that shared that.
Oh, geez. Okay, yeah, wow. Okay, there's the short one.
Oh yeah, look at that fried buffalo shrimp, only $6. Fried clams, lobster rolls only 12. Lobster BLT.
Yeah, it's actually fairly reasonable. Trust me, I love seafood. Anybody that knows me on a personal level understands my addiction. This is my can of emergency Old Bay in case of seafood. I have Old Bay at all my friends' houses because they're heathens and don't understand spices.
Wow, that's well, I'm sure that's like all the individual things that go down. But yeah, we're going to be going on and this is the inaugural cruise, guys. So the idea is that for the next cruise, because it'll be a year from that point, getting back over to Norwegian, where the prices are a little bit more expensive by like $100 or $200 per cabin or whatever, when you add in all the stuff, but there's more stuff that goes into it. But I want to if we have more people that are going to be going for the following year's cruise, because this first one was so successful that it builds up and we have more negotiating power. Because right now we have 32 cabins that are on reserve. So here's the cool thing about that, right? There's a way that you can lower your price for your cabins. So if you sign up for Carnival Cruises, where the hell is it? They have a stupid name for it. VFIP Club. Which is right here. If you sign up for this, it gives you links to better prices on stuff. So as a group, you can call up and say, I have this price with VFIP. There's also what they call super savers. plans. Now, those typically have non-refundable deposits. So if you have to put $100 down, you have to cancel, or if the cruise gets canceled, you're still going on the cruise, or you lose that $100 deposit. That's your choice. Now, I think COVID's the only thing that's different from that. So if you find like cheaper rates and all that, you can actually get it applied to the group. Now, in the group, we have 10 balconies and I think 22 interior cabins. Some interior cabins are better than others. Some have portholes or whatever. Some are a little bit higher on the decks of the ship. If it's your first time cruising, you don't care about where you're at inside the ship, really. It just means time of getting to your cabin. The interior cabins are all going to look the same. So if you're getting a balcony, usually you want a higher level deck balcony because you get better views. That's the whole reason why you're doing that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Jay. I mean, the way I did this was to try to make it as reasonable as possible with the way the economy is right now. So that way people can plan and go through and be a part, get on to get their cruise secured. So that way next year when the economy gets better, people won't nearly be so edgy about it, right? It'll be a lot more fun. So if you're on a balcony, you can get different balcony rooms and all that. And if you want to get a suite, like I got a suite, and I'm not going to lie, it's like I'm a little bit of a cruise snob. So my non-refundable ocean suite was $1,112.72, or $556.36 per person. So for me, that was worth it, just to go with suite, get a little bit more space. Jay, I mean, and here's the cool thing, right? If you guys call in and you make your reservations, if you get the refundable deposit, you get all your money back. If you say screw it and by hell or high water, I'm going to go to this cruise, get a non-refundable, save yourself. It saves you anywhere between $50 to $100 by doing the thing. The cost for the entire trip, if you're doing interior cabin, with I'll do the math for you, Stu, with the ultimate drink package. If you're going just by yourself and you have nobody in a cabin with you, you still have to pay for an entire cabin. All right, we'll do it this way. 7.74 times 3 equals 212.22. Cool. Plus 792.72 equals.
You can see the smoke coming out of his ears.
Who, me?
What?
I got a calculator, bitch. And that'll be so if you're doing if you're doing it with just yourself, it's $1,004.94 for the entire cruise with the ultimate drink package. And that was the thing that we're going to be that's it. Now, if you also call Carnival and you want to get like discounts on flights and everything else, they could put a package together for you pretty quick. I know you would want to have to fly there, Stu. So the idea that we had for this was that everybody should come Thursday, like get in early Thursday, because we're going to hit Miami Airsoft. Horseshack, that's if you have nobody in a room with you.
It's if you go by yourself. Now, if you got somebody in the room with you.
All right, so let me explain something. If you're going by yourself and you need somebody to have a cabin with you, let me just redo this. 396.36 plus 1.22 equals. You're looking at $608.58 with the full drink package. All right, if you, Jay, we don't drink, so the soda package, of course, you don't fucking drink. All right, so if you're going to be drinking soda, add $33.63 to whatever package you get. If you're going to be drinking alcohol, add $212.22 to whatever package you get. Horseshack, we will find you somebody to room with. Okay.
Just wear that toga you had on last weekend. It'll be fine.
Wow. So yeah, we'll find you a battle buddy. Don't worry. So you're looking at whatever. So Jay, you're looking at, if you go for interior, $792 plus $67.26. That's wrong. $859.98. Corset 2, big eyes.
Yeah, she showed up to one of my stage shows in a toga and boobs is the only way I can describe the situation. It took my brain a minute to register who it was.
Giggity. So they do have a couple of ways that you guys could do this. If you guys have, I guess, decent credit, you could always get their credit card. Or you could do the Upstart program, or you can put your deposit down and just start paying like every paycheck. Put another $50 or $100 towards the thing. You have until September 12th to book your room, to put your deposit down. You have until December 12th to pay it off. So, I mean, that's 5 months, a little less than 5 months to pay off a room, and then you can spend the next 3 months figuring out how the hell you're going to get down to the event. So there's that simplistic way about it. And the cool thing is like, it's one of the things I was gonna talk about on a Pew2C stream. It was like, if you guys are going, how does everybody feel about spending maybe an extra $70 on their own laser engraved pistol? I'll have to get the laser engraver first, but yeah.
I mean, I have the laser.
Yeah, I'm just saying I want to get one as well. So
Don't get a Glowforge. Fair warning.
So I mean, it really boils down to, and it depends on if you guys like to drive or not. I mean, you don't have to fly down. You could always drive down. I mean, hell, I drive all the way up to freaking Pennsylvania. The goal is we're still trying to work with Bahamas to see if we can import in some airsoft guns, so we can play airsoft at the Bahamas. Guys, don't book your room now. You have to go through the group. I cannot. Well, you're not used to. Hey, road trip, man, right? Yeah, go to the Pew at Sea group, which I think, Jay, you're a member. If not, I'm going to invite you now. There is a number to call, and there's a group number to call that you put in. So, Jay, do not book your room now. You're already a member. So look at the featured freaking link. There's a number in there that you call. It's right here. I'll put it up there so you all can see.
I mean, my unofficial plan is I'm driving down to Miami. I'm showing up early to go hang out at DEO, but then I'm going to do a personal pub crawl to prepare my liver and my body for this cruise. It's all about training and lung capacity.
Jay, if you're getting that's a port room, but that's probably not covered all the port. That's not covered the port fees and taxes and all that. But if you do find a cheaper room online, you can get applied to the group rate. Look at Sin. Look at Horseshack, Car Buddies.
You got to remember, I'm going down early.
All right, cool. We got a lot of people raising their hands up with going to Geigerlands. That's cool. Now, could we just turn that into actual freaking ticket sales, please? um,
We are
yeah,
way
also,
over now.
yeah, I know. Well, people are asking good questions, and this is the subject that you and I like to talk about. um, unless you really got to go, then we can.
No, I was just pointing it out again. Every
Yeah,
time we
I
do
know.
this,
Yeah, every time we talk about it, we start going over it. Now, the cool thing, guys, like if you try calling tomorrow to book your rooms, you're gonna be on hold for a long time. Just click, put your phone down. Um, Stu, you literally have to call in to book the room. So, did you see the thing I put up there? You call the 800-764-7419 extension 70480. The group code, I think this is stupid as hell. If I say my group is Pew Pew at Sea, people should be able to call in and say Pew Pew at Sea. But no, it's C4 Bravo 8 Victor 8 with a guest pin of
bureaucracy.
with a guest pin of 9111. I wish it was only a 3-digit pin because it totally would be just 911. The pricing breakdowns are in the. I broke it down inside the thing there. So one of the things that you can do that you really have to look at is if you're seeing rooms and everything else. Remember, there's a shit ton of port fees and there's port fees and taxes that go there. So I think the rooms were like $199 or something like that, and then the rest are taxes and fees. There's like 100 and some on per person. It's like an extra some odd. Now, that's not a problem, Jay, as long as you have an original copy of your birth certificate, or you could also do. You have 7 months, or even more than that. What is it like? Almost 10 months now. 9 months. You have 9 months to get a passport. So if you already had a passport before, you could renew your passport and get it in time if you really wanted to. If not, you could always do the other documentation that they have below. But I also put in there your passport application link because I've done this before. What do you have to get your printer to work for? The application?
You can do passport applications online through their website too.
Yeah.
I've had to do it repeatedly.
Like I said, it's not that hard, especially if you already have one. To get a renewal is not that hard, especially if you have the original passport.
I mean, as long as you haven't committed a felony since you got it done. Looking at you, Horseshack.
She committed a felony?
I don't know. Everybody here, I wouldn't put it past her. It's the ones that are like the cute, adorable ones you have to worry about because they're so quiet until they try to steal your kidney.
The only thing I know is I need an adult. Help, help, I need an adult. Horseshack's laughing. So let's see. There's the link right inside the Pew Pew at Sea groups for those of you that need the group. Actually, it's the permalink for it. So just here, copy and paste this right on over into your things. If you're not part of the group, join the group. It'll be a lot of fun. We are going to get patches made. The patch is actually going to be an Easter egg every year. The patch is going to change slightly.
Can they please say I'm on a boat, mother?
No, but we could get other patches made for that. On a boat, on a boat. Poat. Any felonies that committed are virtue's fault.
That's why it's called plausible deniability. I don't know what you're talking about.
No, get the real. Well, Jay, you're really going to want to get the real ID because a lot of travel, like for flights and all that, I think within the next 3 years, you have to have a real ID in order to fly.
It's the new what are they called?
It's just it's the real ID. That's exactly what it's called. It's this.
Oh yeah.
It's I know. George Sack, I'm a good girl. Oh, lies. But yeah, guys, check it out. I mean, we're gonna try to get some stuff set up. Like I said, we're gonna try to get some airsoft guns imported into the Bahamas. We just have to talk to the Bahamas, make sure it's okay. I might even go a week before and a week after to take over, then pick up the guns on the ferry. So it's already now. I can't see my daughter until I get it, and that's Hawaii. I'm innocent. Yeah, I realized I did that shit for PPP loans last year. Yup, I know that feeling. All right. So does anybody else have any questions about any of the stuff that we talked about tonight? Because we can then go and end this, and I now have to respond to a hell of a lot of people. No, you can't. Yes, you cannot bring your Mark 19 on board. Nope.
No, we don't want you to. I mean, you can attempt it, and then you can take that up with the Coast Guard.
No, it's still Homeland Security or Border Patrol.
Is it?
Yeah. Border Patrol handles that. Why do I doubt that, Horshack? So we'll let you guys know about bringing in the what stuff that we're going to be doing in Bahamas as this gets closer, so people can plan. The idea right now is if we can import guns into the Bahamas, it'll be pistol only games at Bahamas Airsoft, because Bahamas Airsoft is literally like, I think, a third or a half a mile away from the port. So we could literally walk there. Me personally, I ain't taking that. The death taxis unless I absolutely have to. So yeah, that is pew pew at sea. We'll try to get some items for like raffle items and stuff like that for those of you that are interested. You guys have any questions or concerns, obviously reach out to us, let us know. We'll be able to answer all of them for you. So remember, Geigerlands, we have new tickets out. So if you want, jump on those new tickets if you've been waiting. And yes, you'll be able to upgrade them later on. So I have a feeling that's going to happen a lot. Like, a lot of people are going to get these day passes, realize how much fun it is. Can I stay the night? Nope. Got to pay no, they can. They can upgrade. They got to pay the difference. So, and for Scorched Earth, camping out in a parking lot will be free. We're not doing on-site camping for Scorched Earth, but more and more information will come from that. Guys, if you have any other questions, any stuff that you guys would like to see at the event, let us know. Feel free to comment. If you guys are not already a part of the page and the groups, so you guys can see all this, definitely go through and check it out. The Facebook page for Big House Milsom is there. Go ahead and smash that follow button, smash that like button. Check that out. Remember, we also have our Big House Milsom community page. If you're not a part of that, that's where we announce some of the other stuff. That one is here. And of course, we have our Geigerlands page, which I think quite a few of you are already on. But let's just make sure you guys have that link as well. There you go. Wait a second. How come the group Operation Big House Milsom has that, but the other one, I got to go through the settings. I think I could fix this.
What'd you break now?
Not break. I just realized that the group net. What the hell? Why is it grayed out? I got to see about this. Oh, there we go. Oh, look at that, you sons of bitches.
He pours a charge handle on the website. Oh, that hurts.
Oh man, really has it been that easy for this entire time? I just had to hit the freaking edit option. So here, guys. I'm gonna do the same thing for Pew Pew at Sea now. Really, really, really. All right. Well, there we go. We now have the other one. Paste Pew Pew at Sea. All right, guys. If you guys can, go ahead and. I guess the shirt help you see the light. No, it was like, wait a second. Now there is a setting? Because, yeah, whatever. Shut up. I don't internet today. All right, guys. So that being said, we're almost at 2 hours and 30 minutes. We want to thank you all for being on here. For the people that stayed around and watched, if you guys are if you're coming to Geigerlands, please get your tickets as soon as possible so we can start buying props. It helps us keep it helps keeps this event going, and eventually I'll get the joke I want to get out without stumbling all over it. But yeah. Jay, it's going to be a while. I won't be able. It's probably going to be about an hour or so. I got a lot of stuff to do between now and then. I got people to respond to and everything else. So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, I am Joker from Players Wanted. With me is the man with the mohawk, the king of the high kappas, Virtue from Sinistar. And we want to thank you for watching tonight. And until next time, may your BBs fly true and your opponents always call your hits a good night.